Hi, Princess Epona here. Sorry I haven't been posting in the past few days. I've been particularly unwell. Had a few issues going on. Been in a little bit of bad health, but I'm up and running again now. Here to give you your tarot scope for Tuesday the 19th of February 2019 with your new moon today, or tonight should I say, snow moon, so particularly good moon. We know what a new moon brings. A new moon brings a lot of peace and understanding. It brings a lot of clarity. It brings about a lot of good, positive energy to actually manifest. So it would be a really, really good idea to write down your manifestations, put it in a safe place, but also to write down what it is what no longer serves you. Perhaps write that on a separate piece of paper, take it outside, put it into something safe, and burn the hell out of it. Get rid of it. We just don't need that crap. Okay, so I've already shuffled and meditated on your cards. This is a general reading. It goes without saying it's not going to resonate with everybody. However, I think with it being a new moon, I think it will actually resonate with the majority of us. Okay, so they've been pulled out. They've already been saged, because you know I will love a bit of sage. Okay, if we need to clarify anything along the way, I will use the Angel cards by Jane Wallace. Sorry, just looking at the box there. Let me see. For our main tarot, we're using Branches of the Celtic Tarot by Christopher Hughes, which is this one. Really, really nice tarot deck. Illustrations on it are absolutely beautiful. A bit, what's the word? They don't mind showing pictures of all body parts. Okay, so if you're easily offended with one of the cards in particular, what has been drawn, then I suggest you turn away, listen only, look sort of like this, do whatever it is you need to do. But with that in mind, we're going to jump straight in with your reading and take a little look at what's going on. Okay. So, as usual, we're just going to do a little run round on the board, and I'm going to tell you what cards are there, and then we'll go on our journey and actually see what that actually means for us. As I said, if anything needs clarifying, it will be clarified. If it doesn't need clarifying, we won't clarify it, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, so the first card, what's being pulled out, and that's the present position, is the Three of Wands. The immediate influences, the Ten of Swords. The goal or the destiny is the Nine of Wands. The distant past, Queen of Cauldrons. The recent past events, the King of Cauldrons in reverse. Future influences, King of Swords in reverse. Your card, basically how you're feeling at the moment, Page of Swords in reverse. Environmental factors, Four of Swords. Inner emotions, we've got the Nine of Swords, and the outcome or the advice, final kind of result, Ace of Shields. Okay. And then, what I should have actually said to you is we've also pulled out a couple of Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters cards, so we can actually get some help with the Ascended Masters to see if they can bring anything to the table. And to finish off, we've also got a Doreen Virtue. Let me just see what these are called. Just one sec. Let me see what these are called. I'm just closing that door as well. I've got a teenage son playing a video game in the next room. Yeah, Doreen Virtue Love and Light card it is. Okay, so let's get cracking. Okay, so your present position, the Three of Wands. And now the Three of Wands is one of them cards what's telling you to keep up the good work. You're doing well, but it's also telling you to proverbially put your money where your mouth is. So basically, you've got all of these ideas, you've got all of these things going on. It's, well, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So it's kind of like, so why aren't you? Why are you actually not doing it? Okay. Your immediate influences is the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords speaks of ending. Something has ended. Now, hopefully, with it being the new moon, things have ended which no longer serve us. Things have ended which we just basically don't need anymore. So, things which are going on within our Three of Wands, perhaps they've not actually come about or come into fruition because we don't need them in our life anymore. Whether that's a person, a job, a place, a thing, a thought, an emotion, whatever it is, it's no longer required. So we don't need to go there, basically. So, okay, your goal or your destiny, you've got the Nine of Wands. So your faith has been tested over the past few weeks. It's saying that you shouldn't let anything, whatever it is, you shouldn't let anything bruise your spirit. Okay? He's bruised, he's battered, but you know what? He's still there, he's still standing. It might be bandaged, it might be sore, it might need a good hot bath, but he is still standing. And this is actually telling you to perhaps shift your focus. So if you have been trying to do something in one particular way and it hasn't worked, that's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it's more of a case of you're still here, you're still going, pick yourself up, dust yourself down and carry on with it. Okay, so for our distant past, we have got the beautiful Queen of Cauldrons. I love her. I love her so much. Okay, so she's talking all about love and compassion. So this could be you, or it could be someone that has shown you love and compassion. It's not gender specific, it doesn't have to be female. But somebody's shown you love and somebody's shown you compassion. But then when we move across to our recent past events, we've got her counterpart. We've got the King of Cauldrons, okay, in the reverse. This is him in the upright, but he's in the reverse. So this is actually saying that somebody close to you might have been having a lot of mood swings. They might have been being manipulative, not necessarily, you know, deliberately for their own gain. Perhaps it's just part of the mood swing, but this is something to do with a union. So whether it's a significant other or whether it's, you know, could be a co-worker, could be close friends, family, could be your children. I know in the UK there's an awful lot of half terms going on at the moment where children like to manipulate parents into doing things which they usually can't afford because they're bored. So it could be something as simple as that. Okay, so your future influence is saying whatever this is here, whatever this is going on here, you've got the King of Swords in reverse. And that actually is someone taking advantage of you. That's someone taking advantage of your good nature. However, because it is the King of Swords, and we do like the King of Swords, because the King of Swords takes his sword, swings it round and cuts all crap out. No BS involved when we've got the King of Swords. So he will come along and he will say, I've had enough of this manipulation or being taken advantage of. He'll swing his sword from a good height and he'll cut it out. So that's talking about cutting things out emotionally, not physically. We're not advocating for people to go around with swords and cutting things for people. That's not what we're about on this channel. Definitely not. But we are talking about somebody which is going to come along, you, hopefully you, not someone doing it to you, and they're just basically going to cut out all of the all of the crap what's been going on. And this brings us to you at the moment. So you've got the Page of Swords, okay, but she's in the reverse. Now the Page of Swords in the reverse is trying to tell us to get out of this victim mentality. Do you know what? Things happen to us, and a lot of the time we take things very personally because we've got egos and because we are human. However, this is urging us to actually get out of that victim mentality. Use this new moon to actually say to yourself, I will be strong. I am not taking this BS off anyone anymore. I'm going to come back into my power. I am not a victim. I won't use the word I am a survivor because that sounds quite patronising. But you're not a victim either. And don't forget that, you're not a victim. Next card, which is coming along, is your environmental factors. And this is actually saying to you do you know what you might need in order to actually get out of this mind space. You might actually need to do a bit of a Four of Swords and take a bit of a rest. Now, we haven't all got clouds like this person's lying on, nor have we all got four-poster. It always reminds me of a four-poster bed, that. We haven't got four-poster beds, the majority of us either. But it is actually telling us to take a little bit of a rest. Have a little bit of a breather. Do a bit of, even if it's only 20 minutes to take a bath. Or use something to your advantage. If you've got a dog or something, use that time when you take the dog out for a walk. Use that to clear your head as well. Kill two birds with one stone. We're all very, very busy in these times. We've always got something what needs doing. We can never just sit still. The second we sit still, we always remember, I must do this, I must do that, I must do the other. And this is just urging you. It's just saying to you, do you know what? Sometimes, just sometimes, things can wait just that little while for you to actually build up your energy, gather your resources together, and then attack your problems head on in a clear state of mind so that you can actually attack your problems rather than being completely overwhelmed and getting into this Nine of Swords energy where you are up worrying like mad, actually thinking about things, over-analysing things. This card here in your inner emotions is letting you know that things which you are worrying about, things which you are concerned about, are actually not as bad as what you think they are. It's because you're kind of in this victim mentality. You're not getting enough rest, you're not giving your mind enough rest, and it's actually creating problems, sometimes where there aren't problems there, or more often than not, problems where, if you actually did take a bit of time out, if you did take a bit of a rest, it would come to you straight away, the answers, you'd know exactly what you needed to do, and then you'd just be able to do it in a cool, calm and collective manner. Okay, so your final outcome for this new moon reading is It actually talks about a new sun, this Ace of Shields. It talks about new sun on the horizon. However, as it's a new moon, I think it's the new moon on the horizon. So we'll just switch that one up a little bit. It's talking about new ideas. It's talking about success. So whatever the situation is, what you're talking about, it is saying that you will be successful in it, providing that you actually clear out anything which is not part of the cycle anymore. You don't take any rubbish off anyone. You pick yourself up and dust yourself down and carry on. You get out of that headspace. You actually have a bit of a rest. Stop worrying. And you know what? Things are going to turn out just fine. Okay, so I don't actually feel like I need to clarify any of these cards because I actually think they've done what they've said on the tin. There's nothing major happening, nothing what you can't handle. There isn't any major arcana cards there, which is quite reassuring. So there's nothing major what we need to get rid of. There's nothing major what we need to do, but there's just these few little fiddly bits which are just like the thorn in our sides, which we need to take out in order to actually be a little bit more contented with ourselves. Now, the Ascended Masters cards, what I pulled out, the first one was trust. So this is telling you to have trust in yourself, have trust in the situation, that everything is going to be absolutely fine, as the cards have actually said. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. I need to just grab a drink. Okay. So have some trust in yourself, that everything's going to be okay. Have some trust in the universe as well. You know, because when we put out our new moon wishes, when we manifest them, which is what I was talking about at the start, which is really quite funny because the next card what was pulled out was Spiritual Law of Attraction. You can't get much more reassurance about manifesting than pulling that card out. Okay, so have trust in yourself, have trust in the universe. Do your manifestations, get them sorted, get them out of the way. Set your intentions, get on with your day, don't dwell on it, don't think about it. It's absolutely fine. Just example, me personally, I recently thought, right, okay, I'm going to have a little go, I'm going to test this universal law of attraction out. So I thought I'll go a little bit general. Everybody always wants a little bit more money. So I set my intention, which was, you know, I don't care in what way it comes or how it comes, but I would like some more money. I then give it up, I let it go to the universe. And to be perfectly honest, I totally forgot about it. I was that busy doing everything else, I actually forgot about it. You set your manifestations all the time, often without realising it, so I didn't dwell on it. So I'd done that, and then a few hours later, my son was actually asking me to find a receipt for him because he needed a receipt. He's big on YouTube and stuff himself, likes all of the gaming side of things, and his mic, which was relatively new, had broken. So I'm looking through, you know, cupboards, wardrobes, etc., looking for this receipt for my son. As I'm looking for this receipt, I looked in a handbag, what I've not used for quite some time, and found two, not one, but two $20 bills in it. Okay, I'm from the UK. We don't have dollars. I've never been to the US. I don't know where they came from. obviously they've appeared there through some friend, family member or something, but for the life of me, I do not know how they appeared. But two $20 appeared in the form of two $10 bills. Put that down to, right, okay, that's slightly strange, but do you know what? $20 is $20. Later on that evening, same child was trying to access a PayPal account. The PayPal account he was trying to access was a slightly older one, and it was actually connected up to a bank account with an email address that I no longer use. Anyway, he gets onto it, and sitting in that PayPal account was £9.72, which I had absolutely no idea whatsoever was in there. So in the space of a few hours, I had $20 and £9.72, which both of them promptly went into the bank. So manifestation does work, and I totally suggest that it's tried. And that is just one thing, which is a small thing. So no, do you know what? I'm not retiring. I'm not quitting my day job. But do you know what? It was actually just really nice that something what I did, I actually got to see, and really quickly within a few hours got to see how the whole thing actually sort of came into alignment, and you know the results what it gave. So it's absolutely great. So use the power of this new moon to have trust in this universe and get your manifestations done. Okay? And the final card, take care of the little things. Gorgeous card. I shall just read it out for you. The river of God has plenty of water. It provides a bountiful harvest of grain, for you have ordered it so. Now this just fits in absolutely beautifully. How spirit works is quite beyond me sometimes, because this was actually talking about taking care of the little things, the little worries which turn into big worries, which don't need to actually be big worries. So again, please remember, get rid of things which you don't need, which are giving you a headache. Do what you need to do. Get yourself out of this mindset. Get your manifestation done. Because do you know what? This new moon is going to bring a whole lot of good to many people. Tap in on the energies of it. It will totally be worth it. So have fun manifesting your new moon wishes. I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day. Again, if anybody would like a personalised reading, all the information is in the description box below. So don't hesitate to drop me an email. Like, share or subscribe to the video if you like it. Leave me a comment. If you don't like it, leave me a comment, because, you know, I don't know what you want. If you don't like this style of reading being done in this way, it'd be helpful for me to actually know so that I could change it up a bit. Okay, so with all of that being said, have an absolutely fabulous day. Lots and lots of love to you as always. Namaste, my people. Namaste.